máximo. Bueno, vamos a hablar ahora de Netflix, obviamente. Presente en Cinescape, la ganadora del Oscar, Charlize Theron, se manda a la piscina con un proyecto enorme en Netflix, full acción, efectos especiales increíbles. Y no solo eso, habla de un grupo de elite que es inmortal. Entonces han peleado muchísimas batallas en muchísimas guerras y siguen aquí luchando contra el mal. Tuve la oportunidad de hablar con mi amiga Charlize Theron, ahora a través de la plataforma Zoom. Esto fue lo que me contó exclusivo de Cinescape.
I haven't figured this out yet. You can't die. Get up. Can you please not do that again?
Hey girls, thank you so much for your time. You look amazing and I enjoy the movie a lot. How are you?
Good, thank you. Good.
Mother? Let's just say we're very hard to kill.
There's a lot of action, a lot of fun elements, and of course the idea of immortality for some people is like the romantic idea of live forever, but this movie shows us that could be a nightmare also. So the approach of that idea, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, very much. Oh, sorry. I think it's a complicated one. I think that there's a lot of pros and cons on the subject of immortality, and I think that's what makes it a fascinating subject to kind of explore in the world of storytelling. I think we're all fascinated by what it would feel like, and the more you explore it, the more you realize it's maybe not as great as you think it is.
And also the idea to interpret a character who is fearless. And for example, I love that sequence in the plane when you're going to crash and you say, who cares? I will live anyway. So it's of course a different way of interpreting a character.
It's interesting because, you know, even though the fear of death isn't as much in these characters' face as, you know, a regular human being, they still have these very real emotions and things that they struggle with. So they still feel very relatable, even if, you know, you see them doing these amazing things, you know, dying and then coming back to life, but they still struggle with, you know, grief and pain and loss. So there's still a lot of things for audiences to relate to there.
Liz, you got, of course, a lot of experience doing fight sequence, kicking ass in previous movies. So what's the main difference in this particular movie when you are, you know, need to do an action moment?
I think the biggest difference this time around was just the style of fighting. The narrative of the story really kind of dictated that I had to be very technically skilled, which is really a difficult thing to do with martial arts. It's an art form that takes years and years and years to perfect. But given that this character has lived for over 6,000 years, I had to really work on technique. And so we had to really pay attention to not only knowing how to fight, but learning how to fight properly.
So it's not like you got the script and say, oh, it's a fight sequence, I know how to do this. It's like, okay, I need to prepare a lot.
No, there's a lot of preparation. I have a lot of respect for the world of martial arts. I think it's an incredible art form. And so I always approach it very humbly. I really don't take it lightly. I'm so impressed by what real martial artists can accomplish. And I think it's because I love it so much that I really like making these movies, because I get to, you know, in a fantastical world, I get to go and explore it, which is so nice.
Yes, you're perfect. It's really amazing what you do. And Kiki, travel the world. You got beautiful London, you got the Middle East. So how fun was, you know, moving around doing this movie?
I mean, it was great. I got to, you know, really spend time in parts of the world that I hadn't seen yet, or maybe I was just there for a day or two and then out. So it was nice to kind of have a little bit of opportunity to be a tourist in these really cool places. I did get homesick though, but it was nice to be there.
How do you feel of Netflix? You know, this is like an open door for new artists, new directors, filmmakers. It's like a whole new world for the industries.
I think it's amazing. I think all streaming services have just been, it's been such an opportunity handed over to, I think, marginalized people. I think, you know, like watching more opportunities be handed over to women of color. We didn't have that when we just had a studio system. So there's a capacity building now that we didn't have access to 10 years ago. And I think, the mentality of, places like Netflix really encouraging that kind of thinking and really encouraging filmmakers to step forward with new voices, wanting to tell new stories. It's been really, really nice to watch. It's been like a breath of fresh air.
Congratulations again. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much for your time. And see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bueno, ya sabes que Cinescape es un medio multiplataforma, puedes disfrutar de nuestro contenido aquí en la tele, pero en todas nuestras redes tienes contenido extendido, así que te invito por favor a, si quieres ver más de la Vieja Guardia, entrevistado al dibujante, al creador del cómic, que nos han dado más información sobre esta película, puedes entrar ya a la web de Cinescape que está en pantalla o a todas nuestras redes para ver contenido extra que nos sale en la tele.